Hello, glad you could pop by. Don't forget to subscribe and give us a thumbs up and leave any comments that you want to in the section below. Now, I am sat in the most beautiful home. You want to see the Christmas reindeers outside, they are sensational. But this is my gorgeous friend Juliette, who is a trained makeup artist. She's also an amazing beauty therapist that's had so much experience. So I thought it'd be good to have a chat with her to find out all the tips and tricks of what we should be doing in our beauty regime that a lot of us are missing out on. Now, of course, you work with Elizabeth Grant.
I certainly do.
And look at these amazing products that are right in front of us. So Juliette, how did you start in the industry?
Oh, many years ago when I was 18, I just always used to love the makeup and the massage and the nails. And it was just a natural thing for me. And I studied sciences at school, did my chemistry, physics and biology A level. So I wanted to mix that sciences with doing the beauty, that side that I love. So that's how I started. First of all, had my own salon. And then really from there I've studied skincare and really specialise in, you know, anti-aging, because the older we get, the more we need it. Yeah, so for me, I'm 52 now. So it really has been something that for the last 20 years I've been working with anti-aging specialists.
And I have to say, if there's any questions or anything that I'm not sure about my skin, you are the first person, you're my first port of call.
Oh, thank
I
you.
will always turn to Juliette, because I've made a few mistakes along the way, even though I feel that I'm quite experienced, nowhere near like you, but because I've worked with many people and many products, I've learned tips and tricks along the way. And I made one dreadful mistake last year, and I was straight on the phone to Juliette going, oh my gosh, what am I going to do? So what do you think, what is the one thing that you would say that people make the biggest
things? I think the first one that people don't do is they don't cleanse properly. So you never can get great skin unless you know how to cleanse, and you need to cleanse without stripping. That's sort of a basic. Without stripping out the oils. You know when your skin feels all tight. Should we just?
So don't go stripping in the bathroom while you're cleansing. Sorry, no, I don't mind that. It's funny, isn't it?
I was just carrying on, and you're the one that put that illustration on.
I don't normally have a dirty mind. It's normally short crawly at work, isn't it? Go on, sorry.
Yeah, so don't strip all the oils out your skin. So a great cleansing regime is really important. The next one, big one, exfoliation. And it doesn't have to be expensive. A nice soft towel on sort of skin that's been damped when you wash your hair and had a good shower. A nice soft towel will really help to exfoliate your skin. If you don't slough off those dead skin cells, you don't get that cellular renewal. So really simple tricks and tips. And I'll tell you a great tip that actually it was a doctor friend that told me. And this is a good one. Something that so many people suffer from is sort of ingrown hairs when you've done your bikini line. If once you've done your bikini line, whether it's waxed, it's shaved or however, just give it a good buff with a nice damp towel and you don't get the ingrown hairs. It's a phenomenal trick. Cheap, it's free. It's free.
Yeah.
And it is just, and you don't get that skin growing over the hairs because you just buff them off with a towel. So every day when you have a shower, just buff that area. No ingrowing hairs.
Oh my word!
And it will last you for the rest of your life. That's it.
That'll be one at a dinner party that you tell your friends and family when you've had a few too many.
Exciting.
Another one is I heard on the lips as well, to exfoliate the lips with either a flannel or a towel.
Yeah,
which
just
is the
be
same thing as what
much
you
more
say.
gentle on the lips, because that skin once you start to make it sore, you do get cracked and sore lips. So you can be a little bit more vigorous on the bikini line, but gentle. Please.
What's the actual routine? Because we hear so many people saying, oh, it's this, oh, it's that, oh, it's the other. What's the actual routine that we should actually be taking with our faces?
Simple, cleanse. It's so important, but then start with the most liquid product first. So if you're using serums, strongly recommend the use of serums. Your serums, then you go for the richer and the thicker cream. So you go through that layering process. Best tip, a mask once a week and rotate your skincare. If anybody's seen me on that television, you will know it is so crucial that you rotate your skincare. So if you're in the skincare rut, you've just been using the same cream time and time again, your skin is starting to have a lot less impact with those ingredients that are in there because you've got used to them. So you need to stimulate your skin to make it work hard for you, and that's why we always recommend rotating our skincare. Now, I've worked with so many brands over the years, with some of the cosmeceutical brands, and I've become familiar with what's in them, where the ingredients come from, and how they're all formulated, and more importantly, what it costs to actually make great creams. So a lot of the high-end skincare I have discovered has very similar ingredients as some of the more affordable skincare. So for you, for me, it's so important to get that rotation, to get lots of ingredients onto our skin. And that's why I've really loved working with Elizabeth Grant.
Because we tend to be, as humans, we tend to be very fixated with what we're always used to.
Yes, absolutely.
Aren't we? So,
And
I've
also,
always used
so
this.
many people are sort of think if it's expensive, it must be good.
Yes.
And that's not necessarily the case. If it's expensive, it could well be good, but it doesn't have to be expensive to be good.
Because it also could have had a lot of marketing that's gone into it. Could be a very expensive tubs and containers that they're put in, but also they could have been paid an A-list celebrity and to go into these big flash magazines, and then you and I are paying for that. So we're not necessarily paying for the ingredients that have gone on our skin. We're paying for somebody else to go on a yacht
Yeah.
in the south of France.
Not me, unfortunately.
That's just stood there with the cream. And this is what I've learned along the way.
It's also that brand expectation. If you find some of the top end, the high end brands or the perfume brands, if they brought out a cream that was $9.99, that's not your expectation for that price point.
Mm.
So those price points are put out there because that's what the customer is trained to expect. There was an article in one of the newspapers which I read, and it was going on about a cream that was £800 for a jar. And they got down to brass tacks, and they did an expose on it, and the ingredients cost £8.
Where did they get the figure of 800 from?
It's market expectation. It was marketed to the celebs and they expect something to be paying that sort of price. But £8 was actually quite a lot of money for a 50ml cream's ingredients. So because when you buy in bulk,
You've never told me that.
that shocked you.
Never told me that. Are you shocked? That is phenomenal.
Yeah. Yeah, it's crazy.
But it really, I don't mean to be rude, that's disgusting. Because that's really
It's
not
marketing.
I suppose it is. I suppose it is good marketing. But you'd be a bit gutted, wouldn't you? If you thought you were putting £8 on your face when you just handed over 800.
Yeah.
But I suppose if you've got that kind of money where you're handing over that sort of money, £800 is like £8 to you.
Yeah, that's exactly right.
I suppose.
When you look at what those people are earning, if you're earning multi-millions,
£800 is like £8 to you and I.
Yeah.
So exfoliation is a really good one. You've got to get rid of your makeup well. That's got to completely come off, otherwise it's like a layer on your skin, isn't it?
Yeah.
And then you're just putting creams on top of that aren't sinking into your skin. So that's cleansing and toning, cleaning the skin, and then using the thinner products,
the
then
least
going
viscous and then going up
to
to
the
most
thickest,
viscous,
the thickest products. How would you apply? Because there's a lot of people that say that it should be upwards and outwards, and why
upwards
do we
and
do
outwards
that?
always works.
So it's this, isn't it? And
it's
then going
defying
out.
gravity, you're pushing upwards. There's no point dragging down on the skin. I think that's the key, is don't drag down on the skin. Don't drag around the skin around your eyes. So make sure your cleansers, your moisturisers, your serums are all gliding onto the skin. Don't drag the skin. So that upwards and outwards. But don't make it hard work. I mean, I'm actually quite casual with my regime. I don't spend hours doing skincare. I like a wash, so I can wash my face in the shower. I then, as quick as a flash, serums on, a bit of moisturiser on, and in bed, and that's me done. What time is it now? We're working the midnight shift.
Oh my gosh! I finished on television tonight. Phoned Juliette. Yeah, we can film tonight. I've scooted up to her house on the way.
So what time is it? 12:48.
Yes. So.
And that's AM, guys.
Yeah, this is just for you as well. So you've got the exfoliation, you've got the cleanse and toner. We know how to now put it on. Is there any other tips and tricks that you would
Always
give us?
use a mask. Lots of masking is fabulous. You've got to have your girls' spa days. I like to get all the girls round and really have that time where, oh, this is my life. Yeah, and we've got a little cat.
Yeah, she's mad on animals, is Juliette, like me. However, she is worse than me. So how many animals do you have? Sorry to take your piece.
We have got 5 dogs.
Yes.
We've got 3 cats in the house. We've got 4 kittens at the moment that are 4
I've just
weeks
seen
old.
the kittens, they're absolutely gorgeous.
We've got some horses as well, so it is a madhouse.
And you are very particular about something not being tested on animals.
Absolutely.
So any of these products that you see that and who Juliette works with, everything that she uses will never be tested on animals.
No.
Sorry, what were we saying? Where were we
masking,
back to?
Yeah, girls' nights in, lots of time spent giving your skin that little bit of extra boost. So treatments, masking, not all the time. You don't need it all the time, but it really is great to give your skin that extra treat. Once a week, I think.
So it's just like your hair, really, your hair regime, isn't it? So give your hair that mask. Obviously, we tend to do it when we go to the hairdressers.
Yeah.
You have that mask treat. Do you want to mask?
Not necessarily with Elizabeth Grant, we do have a hair mask, and it is fabulous.
Yeah, but it is.
Yeah.
However, how many times have you got your head in the sink? And then you think, oh, sugar, I forgot to use my hair mask. Yeah, I'll have it.
Next time.
Yeah, I'll have a hair mask. So it does make a difference, doesn't it? Now, Elizabeth Grant don't just do, your creams and serums, etc. They also do hair care, which is brilliant. And actually, if you want, Juliette and I both work. I mean, Juliette works for Elizabeth Grant. She's our expert that comes into television and works with us at Ideal World, and they do magnificent creams. I mean, it's the biggest selling creams that we do on television at Ideal World, and have been for a long time. But there's also this lovely hair care that's just come out as well. If you want to go and have a look at it, I'll leave the details below for you to go and have a look at their website. But I wanted you to meet Juliette outside of television so you could hear those tips and tricks, because there's a lot of stuff that we can't go into when we're on television purely out of time.
Yeah, it's a very pressured environment, isn't it? When you've got someone counting you down, you've got segments, you've got VTs coming up, you've got so much information that you want to give everybody at home. And again, I'm happy to take people to email or write in and ask me questions. Always delighted. And it's lovely to meet the people who buy the products. It's
actually, you can leave a comment below if you want Juliette to answer. I mean, I can get hold of Juliette and then answer you back. So if you wanted to leave a comment below of this video, if there's something that you wanted to know about, if there's a tip or trick that you've heard about and whether you don't know whether it's going to work or not, then just leave your comments in the section below, and I'll pass that on to Juliette and get back to you as soon as I can.
Yeah, no problem.
And that's the way. What do you think of this tapping on the skin?
That sort of tapping, it's about stimulating the blood. So blood circulation, blood flow to the skin is always a good thing. So yeah, there's no there's no harm in it. There's no detriment, and it can have some advantages.
And what about a lot of people say there's a certain finger that you should be putting your eye cream on with.
It's only about being gentle. Again, it's like don't drag the skin. So most people use the ring finger around the eye area because you're not.
And do
putting too
you
much
go
pressure
round,
on.
or is it better to tap?
I tend to just sort of, as I say, without dragging, just work my creams in. Yeah, I'm usually too rushed for all that tapping business. I do as I do and not as I say.
Yeah.
The other way around, do as I say and not as I do. Yeah.
She'll tell you off and then you'll see her doing it.
Yeah, it's like the sun thing, isn't it? I love the sunshine, and I know it's wrong. I know I always wear a hat. I always cover my face. I like to read when I'm on holiday and have these huge brims on my hat to keep my face out of the sun. But I love the sun, and I know it's not great, but it's like I always say I like to challenge my skincare for everybody's benefit, just to see how good it is.
So do you use an SPF every day?
I do when I'm away, yeah.
And do you think, it's a question I've never asked you before, do you think that SPFs in makeup work just as well as SPFs in creams?
I can't get a vouch for so many of them. I know the one in Elizabeth Grant, we have some fantastic ones. That one I can vouch for. As well, an SPF you should repeat it during the day, so you can't put it on first thing in the morning and expect it to last all day with any cream. So if you've got You know, if you've got your baby out and you're playing in the sun, you don't think I've put the cream on the baby.
It'll be all right.
It'll be all right for the rest of the day. It's the same with your own face.
So sometimes, really, if that's in your foundation, you're reapplying your foundation during the day. This is for every day, not while you're on holiday, because obviously most of us don't wear a foundation by the pool. So you would say
but we
just
do have
keep
skincare with SPF in, and I actually use it's a Melabel collection I was using this summer, and it was fantastic because it keeps your skin hydrated and nourished, but you've got that SPF in there as well. So yeah, I did love that one. In fact, I didn't give anybody the samples, so that one I kept.
Yeah, I was going to say, I've not even heard of that one.
See that one.
Yeah, no, I didn't.
So mean.
Yeah, go and have a look at the Ideal World's website. Like I say, I'll leave the details below for you to have a look at the Elizabeth Grant collection, because it is superb. I've been using this since I've met Julia, and I'm absolutely 100% falling in love with it. Don't forget to subscribe as well. I'm so chuffed you've invited me into your home and let me
great.
do this.
We've got a Elizabeth Grant giveaway, and when I heard what you were doing, I thought, yeah, we've got to get involved.
Yeah. Now, if you're watching this and it's past the time, I'll leave the details below. You might not be able to get the giveaways. However, if you are in time, then I've got a huge amount, but we're going to do that on another video. So don't forget to subscribe. Don't forget to give us a thumbs up, and don't forget to write your comments below. Any questions that you want to ask, I can pass those on to Juliette. And don't forget to press that subscribe button and that thumbs up. Thank you, Juliette.
Always a pleasure.
And thank you to you. And don't forget, I'm around tomorrow as well. See you later.
Bye.